Okay. Oh, it's giving me a notification. It is Sunday, June 28th at 1:50 in the afternoon. That means it's time for another video. And you might be saying, Ryan, why do you always wear fucking headphones when you record these videos? And the reason being is because I have to listen to music while I do this, or otherwise I find it really hard to concentrate enough to talk as fast as I do. It's really weird, but yeah, I need to listen to music while I'm talking and recording this. Um, and this video is coming out a little earlier today than usual because I'm going to go back out hiking and hanging out with a friend today because it's really hard to sit around the house now. I'm actually at that point where I don't like being stationary for long periods of time. And so I'm going to get this video out so I don't have to rush to be home to get it out on time today. Also, I don't have any of my inside lights on, so my hair looks like its natural color, which is brown, whereas when I'm out in the sun or I'm out in really bright light, it looks more like a strawberry blonde. And you're probably noticing that I'm not really shaving that much because I'm trying to I'm doing early prep for my Halloween costume this year, which is going to be Captain America, kind of like Endgame Infinite War version where he's a lot scruffier, whereas in all of his earlier movies he's like really clean shaven. We're gonna get more distressed Captain America as the months go on. Also, it helps me not look like a 15-year-old. So with all that being said, I got a lot of high energy today. I had an energy drink for breakfast as well as my salad. So just the salad and the energy drink so far today up at 2 o'clock. I woke up kind of late, like around noon. So let's get over today's stats. Today's weigh-in, which is over here, is 274.4, which is down 2 pounds from yesterday. Again, that's not these drastic drops throughout from day to day. It's not, I didn't lose 2 pounds of fat from yesterday. It's, I don't know how much fat I've lost, but whatever water, which is associated with that fat, went along with it. If I recall correctly, and I forget who said it, it might have been Swolenormous or Eric Berg or Greg Doucette or just any of the other people on YouTube who know a lot more than I do. I believe it's for every like molecule of fat that you lose 2 molecules of water that's associated with it. So anytime I lose 2 pounds in a day, I probably lose a third of that weight in fat, and 2/3 of that is actually water retention that went with it. Which is why people like the ketogenic diet so much, because when you start to drop carbohydrate intake, you just flush water out of your body like right away. And people get confused and they think, hey, I'm just dropping strict fat loss. Keto is great. It's great. It's great. And then eventually that weight loss stops and they don't know why. And it's just because you were flushing water. That's why I don't really adhere to a ketogenic diet anymore. It's mostly low carbohydrate. So that way, any kind of drops I get in weight, is going to be more consistent and not just large spikes due to water weight dropping because of like carbohydrate fluctuations. But 274.4 is excellent. That means I am now less than 35 pounds away from my goal window, which I am crushing my goal of trying to lose 20 pounds a month. I've got 2 more months in this Beyond This Iron program, which means if I'm losing 20 pounds a month, I can lose 40 pounds in the next 2 months, and at the end of the program be 240 pounds, which is kind of where the beginning of my goal weight window is. It's anywhere from 240 to 220. I think 220 is kind of on the really lower end of the spectrum, because again, I know what my body looks like without clothes on, and I probably have 10 to 15 pounds of loose skin, which I'm okay with. But as I get leaner and leaner, I have to understand that I might have a 210 pound body with 10 pounds of skin just hanging off of it. And just that it is what it is. So I will be ecstatic when I hit 240, and then I will probably actually slow my weight loss down as I go from 240 to 220. The loose goal is to kind of hit 240 by September, and then if I can, 220 by October. But I'm not going to put as much pressure on myself to lose that 20 pounds as I am trying to lose this 40. I will be perfectly okay if I can hit 220 by the end of the year. By Christmas, I'll be ecstatic. But enough talk about that. One thing I also want to point out is Now, again, with me, BMI is not a great indicator of health for an individual. It's more of a group of people because it's a math calculation, right? My BMI is still red because it is in the severely obese category. Because BMI does not factor in account muscle mass. If you can tell, looking at my arms, I do have muscle definition. I also have loose skin hanging there. But I think 35 BMI is when you start to just enter in the overweight category. That probably won't be for, the 40 pounds, 35 pounds I'm trying to lose right now. And if we look at the body fat percentage, 25.7, now this scale is not 100% accurate by any means. A $30 scale is not going to be able to track my body fat percentage to any real degree of accuracy, but it's what I have to use. And it says 25.7. Now that means I have 0.7% body fat according to the scale to be out of the obese category. Because if you're looking at body fat percentage, when you break 25%, you're starting to get into a healthy category of body fat percentage. Now, again, there's probably a huge margin of error on this stat, but it's what I have to use, so it's what I'm going to follow. So in less than 1% of body fat, according to this scale, I will be within a healthy body fat percentage. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yesterday, like I said at the end of the video, I was really happy. I was able to get my steps in. I clocked in 21,000 steps yesterday and about 4,600 calories out, while intaking about 1,600 calories. Again, that's even not using my typical protein shake that's going and getting 2 of those milk powers, which is extra calories more. But I'm really happy. These stats are excellent. I'm really happy with my progression, and it's a lot of work. I am doing 2 to 3 hours of LISS cardio every single day, and it's mostly just walking. My bike is in the shop and is going to be in the shop for at least another week. Some days I do prefer walking, and some days I prefer cycling. Some days I prefer walking during the day or cycling during the day, and sometimes I prefer to do it at night. It's not really being worried about sticking to doing the same thing every day or every week, but just doing something. Something is always better than nothing. Always. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and it's like, there will be days when you regret not doing your workout, but you will never do your workout and then regret doing it. You know what I mean? You'll always feel accomplished or satisfied after doing your workout. So do it as often as you can and as consistent as you can. And again, yesterday I made a post on Reddit, which I honestly didn't expect would blow up, but I make on the Lose It subreddit, I make a post every couple of months with just a before and after picture, and I made one yesterday before I went out to go hiking. And I got a message on Discord saying that I'm on the front page, and before I know it, it's got 10,000 upvotes and 300 comments. So that was pretty interesting. I had some people kind of reach out to me. It's always kind of nice to see that what I've done will help somebody else. And honestly, if it'll just help one other person lose weight or accomplish a goal they set out for themselves, that's always a plus. That's another reason why I'm making these videos, not just for me to keep myself accountable, but if somebody goes on YouTube and they try to look up, a video, which is what I did when I first started, just you're trying to get information, you're trying to get ideas. If one person can come across this video and take away something from it, that's always a plus. But this video is running on already almost 10 minutes. I'm going to go out and do my hiking, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow with more, good news as far as the scale and the steps. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.